The biggest challenge for newcomers is to understand how we learn here. A lot of times, new students just don't understand what we are doing here. They think we are not doing anything. A lot of newcomers, when they join either the senior class or a class in the middle, then those who don't have much confidence about their learning, they just don't understand what's going on. They see me coming here talking to you guys respond occasionally, and there isn't a lot of homework, isn't a lot of taking notes. Okay. So they
Yeah.
think, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Nothing is going on. The teacher is not teaching. The class is not productive. They feel, okay? Of course, they're wrong. They're mistaken. The class is very productive. And that's why people have improved, okay? All those people who are in this class, the way they're responding, were they this way? No. So they have improved. But this is the process. Newcomers sometimes find it a bit difficult. I hope Altamas is not getting frustrated. Okay. Coming back to this, you know, Arish asked me, is there a big difference between clever and wise? Clever and wise talk about two different things. If you can use your mind quickly to process the information in front of you, then you are clever. Okay? So we say young and clever. But wise has nothing to do with how quickly you process the information. Wise is how well, how maturely you understand life, people, problems, behavior. You understand these things. How? Because you have observed, you have experienced. So normally you say old and wise. You normally say old and wise, and you say young and clever. Understand that. So clever things takes your mind in a different direction. Wise takes your mind in a different direction. Clever is someone who can understand calculus easily. Clever is someone who understands things quickly. But wise is someone who has plenty of experience. And that's why they know what might happen next. A wise person knows that when there are two people fighting, they are both going to be upset after some time. Okay, wise person
Yeah.
knows because he has got the experience. So his experience teaches him. So when somebody has plenty of experience and they have learned from their experiences, they become wise. Sometimes you'll find people who are 60 years old and they're not wise at all because they did not learn from their experiences. That's why I say I'm not very wise. I am 43, but I'm not very wise. Sometimes people who are younger than me are wiser than me. My wife is quite younger than me, but I think she's wiser than me. I'm definitely cleverer than her. Okay. My mind works faster than her, obviously, but she is wiser than me. When it comes to dealing with problems and situations in life, she does it better. Yes. It has nothing to do with English, dear Arish. Wise has nothing to do with English. I have been talking about life, behavior, situations, difficulties. Wisdom helps. Wise gives you the noun wisdom. Okay. A wise man has wisdom. Okay. So wisdom helps us in our practical life situations. Okay. It has nothing to do with English. Okay. I'm not wise in English. Okay. I'm good at English. I know English. I'm an expert in English. Okay. So these are other things. Wise is about life, someone who understands life better. You are feeling very angry towards your brother, very angry with your brother. You want to hit him, okay? Because you think he has done some real injustice to you, okay? And you're very angry. A wise man will say, control your anger right now. You might feel better later that you did not do anything. After all, he's your brother. And then you listen to him, and later you realize he was right. So he had wisdom. So wisdom is experience. But some people, they do not learn from their experiences. So they keep growing old, but they do not become wise. I am becoming wise, but very slowly, I will say. Maybe when I'm in my 60s, I will call myself wise. Right now, I can't call myself wise at all. I'm not wise. Okay. Everybody understood? Cleverness is intelligence, and wisdom is experience of life. Somebody who has learned from life. Okay. A wise man makes better decisions, right? An intelligent man is about intelligent mind, how quickly you understand something. If there is a very difficult question, no matter how wise you are, you can't answer that question because you're not clever, maybe. My Dadaji, wise man, old wise man, old wise man. When you have problems in life, you go to him. That, this is happening. What should I do? My neighbor is doing this. So a wise man helps you. But if you have a calculus question, a wise man can't help you, right? You need some, yeah, you need somebody who's clever at maths, good at maths. Okay. Cleverness is different, intelligence, right? And wisdom is different. Wisdom in Hindi is called buddhimani. Wisdom in Hindi is called buddhimani, and buddhiman, or hoshiyar is clever. Okay, hoshiyar is clever. Tez dimag ka is intelligent. Understand? So you have plenty of words in Hindi as well, which you can somehow relate here. Luckily, okay. So when you call somebody wise, you're calling them Suj Booj wala aadmi. Okay. And wise man, a synonym of wise will be experienced. And another synonym of wise, there are lots of words because I don't talk about synonyms this way. So it's difficult for me to recall them all of a sudden off the top of my mind. But wise, and clever is intelligent, quick-witted. Okay, they're quick-witted, those who are clever. But wise is someone seasoned. Seasoned. Wise is someone who has spent a lot of time. He knows कितनी बरसातें देखी, कितने सावन देखे, उसको पता है कैसा होने वाला है, right? So he is wise. Young, yeah, exactly. Why? So normally people are wise when they are old, and that's why we say, oh, wise old man, and we say young and clever, clever young, clever young. Okay. A wise old man, a clever young girl. Okay. Young people are not wise, they are clever. ठीक है, यंग लोग क्या होते हैं? ते क्लेवर होते हैं, इंटेलिजेंट होते हैं, इनको वाइज नहीं कहते. वाइज किसको कहते हैं बेटा? दोज हु हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. ओके, जैसे धोनी जैसे से पहले आए तो उनको कोई वाइज नहीं बोल रहा था, but as he became older, then people started calling him he's very wise. Okay. Okay, next, let's continue. If you have any further question, feel free to ask. My life is okay. So everything I own is in this old sack, he said. Everything I own is in this old sack. जो कुछ भी है मेरे पास, वो कहाँ है? इस थैले में है. Everything I own is in this old sack, he said. My life is miserable. My life is pathetic. My life is sad. My life is miserable. And he walked off. Okay, he walked off. अब वहां ऑफ के लिए कोई हिंदी मत ढूंढो, बस समझो कि वो निकल लिया, चलता गया, वो रुका नहीं, फिर वो चल गया. बता करके बोल के चल दिया. वॉकड ऑफ, चल दिया. ऑलराइट, ही वॉकड ऑफ. अब ऑफ के लिए कोई वर्ड ढूंढने जाओगे, पागल हो जाओगे. ओके, यू विल नॉट फाइंड वन. कुछ सोचते हैं कुछ लोग ऐसे कि वॉक तो हम जान रहे, अब ऑफ के लिए क्या बोले. तो कुछ तुम्हारी हिंदी है, तुम मुझसे पूछ के बोलोगे, अंग्रेज से पूछ के हिंदी बोलोगे, उसको आता भी है हिंदी? नहीं ना. तो एंड ही वॉकड ऑफ. और जब मैंने हाथ ऐसे किया तो आपको समझ में आई गया, फिर वो चल दिया ना. कितना उम्र था बेटा उनका? 14 होगा.
14+।
मेरे जैसे दिख रहे थे, उम्र दराज दिख रहे थे।
नहीं, उम्र नहीं, उतने नहीं दिख रहे थे, यंग थे।
तो यंग तो 40 नहीं हो सकता बेटा।
14 से नीचे होगा।
नहीं, 30 से ज्यादा थे।
हाँ,
अच्छा,
30।
यू कैन होल्ड इट इन योर हैंड, नो प्रॉब्लम। ओके।
उन्होंने पूछा मुझसे कि क्या होता है, संतरा को छीलना, ये संतरा
हम्म
को
हम्म
छीलो, इसका हिंदी करो।
हम्म
एक बार सडनली पूछ लिए तो
हम्म।
अब हम,
आपके दिमाग में पील वर्ड नहीं आया?
पील वर्ड नहीं आया तो मतलब कर दो
उसमें
ऑरेंज।
हाँ, उसमें हो गया
मतलब
काट।
पील पील मतलब,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
हम लोग बोलते छिलका, ये
हाँ
केला को छीलो,
हाँ
संतरा को छीलो।
हाँ
तो बनाना, पील द बनाना बोलते हैं।
हाँ
वो बोले, बोले कि देखो तुमको तो नहीं आता है
हाँ
सबको, जबकि हम बोले कि हम सर हम नेटिव स्पीकर को
हाँ
सुनते हैं
हाँ
और फ्रेंडली बहुत सारा मूवी देखे हैं,
हाँ
सबको आधा से ज्यादा
हाँ
पूरा समझ में आया था क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है, क्या
हाँ
है, सब कुछ। सिर्फ
हाँ
मुझे बोलने में तकलीफ है कि मैं
हाँ
अवसर माहौल में नहीं रहा जो बोल पाऊंगा।
राइट।
बोले कि देखो तुमको तो कुछ नहीं आता है,
हाँ
तुम पील ऑफ का, तुम्हारे मुंह से पील ऑफ ही नहीं निकल रहा है।
अच्छा।
और बोलने लगे पील ऑफ।
नाम क्या था बेटा उनका?
सॉरी सर, आई विल
हाँ,
इन्फॉर्म यू इफ आई नो।
ओके ओके।
तो उन्होंने,
शादीशुदा थे बेटा वो? ये इतने यंग थे कि शादी भी नहीं हुई हो, ऐसे लग रहा है आपको?
सर उनका कोचिंग यहाँ पर है शायद।
कहीं रहे उससे मतलब नहीं है। जस्ट आई जस्ट वांट टू मेक श्योर वन थिंग, कि क्या वो आदमी मेरा स्टूडेंट है कि नहीं, खाली ये जानना मेरे मुझे उससे बारे में, कि वो मेरा स्टूडेंट है। और इस कैसे पता चलेगा? इफ ही समबडी हु इज नॉट मैरिड, देन ही सर्टेनली माई स्टूडेंट। मैं ऐसे ही 99% श्योर हो जाऊंगा, ठीक है? क्योंकि जितने यंग लोग पढ़ा रहे हैं ना, दे आर माई स्टूडेंट। ओके, अगर कोई मेरी उम्र का है तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ही वाज नॉट माई स्टूडेंट। ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग।
सॉरी सर, पर
हाँ
आई
हाँ।
डोंट नो हिज नेम
हम्म,
सर,
हम्म,
बट
हम्म,
पर उन्होंने बोला कि वो संतरा को छीलना, ऐसा ही कुछ बोला,
हम्म,
उसको हिंदी करो। तो मैं एक बार ट्रांसलेट किया कि आपसे तो सीखा नहीं, मैं आप जो सीखा था आपसे सीखा तो कुछ छोड़
होता है
दो।
बेटा, कभी मेरे मुंह में भी कोई वर्ड नहीं आएगा, तो जिसको जजमेंट लेना है ले, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
तो बोला कि देखो इसीलिए बोलते हैं, जो बोलता है
हम्म,
होता नहीं है,
हम्म,
जज करने लगे मेरे
हम्म,
पे
हम्म,
कि कोई बात ना, होता है सबसे, होता है सब ऐसे दिग्दान करता है, ये करता है वो करता है।
हम्म।
तो बोले कि इसका इंग्लिश होएगा पील द ऑफ,
पील
पील
ऑफ
ऑफ द
द,
ओनियन।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
तो हम बोले कि ठीक है सर, तो हम आएंगे आपके यहाँ पढ़ने के लिए। तो
हाँ
बोले ठीक है आना, ये करना।
हाँ हाँ
और उसको हमको जज कर दिए डायरेक्ट ट्रांसलेटर से, बोले कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, जब तक ट्रांसलेट ना करोगे इसमें
हाँ।
तब तक तुम सीखोगे नहीं।
हम्म।
तो
तो
फिर
कैन यू डिस्क्राइब हिज लुक्स बेटा? आप उनके लुक्स को डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हो? उससे अंदाजा लग जाएगा मुझे कि कौन है, क्योंकि बिहार से ज्यादातर लोग जो पढ़ाने में अगर नए नहीं है तो फिर मैं जानता हूँ।
वो कंप्यूटर भी पढ़ाते हैं साथ में, ये भी करते हैं।
प्रिंस नाम उसका,
हाँ यस।
गोरा सा लड़का है,
इनका बैक
गढ़
से चलते
गढ़
हैं।
पे है।
हाँ गढ़ पे,
गढ़
गढ़
पे,
पे।
समझ गया बेटा, मैं समझ गया, कोई बात नहीं, प्रिंस नाम उसका।
वही है स्टूडेंट सर।
Well, he's a very strange kind of person. Very strange kind of person. There is an interesting story. You know, when people, a prince is one of those people who will not speak English if he realizes that the person in front of him speaks English better than him. Because he is so insecure, he will think that his English mistakes will be caught. Okay. Now that it has come up, so let me share what happened. So there was a time, two girls of mine said, "Sir, can I borrow these books, extra books? I want extra books." I said, "What do you mean you want extra books? Who needs extra books? I never charge anything for the books. I just give the books to the students for studies." She said, "No, sir, I want extra books." I said, "Why?" Then the other sister, there were two sisters, okay? The other sister told me, "Sir, somebody wants the books." I said, "Who?" "Sir, there is a teacher." I said, "Okay, tell me the whole story." Then they told me that they go to do a computer course somewhere, and there are free spoken English classes. I said, "I know what it is." Okay. People give free spoken English classes so that students can take admission in the computer course. It's all crazy, I don't understand. Sensible people don't fall for these kind of traps. Okay. You see, free can be beneficial if it is coming from the right place. But clearly the
Yeah.
person wants a bigger number of crowd in his computer classes. So he has given you chocolate of free spoken English. Now you tell me, English is such a thing in demand. You guys are paying 5,000 rupees now. And if I increase the fee, still I will keep getting students because English is something that is very necessary. So if it is really good quality, doesn't he need money? Isn't he doing it for business, for money? Why is he giving it for free? Okay. So when he saw the girls, the books and everything, he wanted the books. I said, okay. So I said, okay, fine. And then I said, no, it's not a good idea, beta. Okay. Because when people have the books, they start saying, I'm doing the same thing. They suddenly make this point irrelevant, that who is teaching. Beta, there are the same guitar I'm playing and another guitarist is playing. The guitar doesn't matter. The fingers of the guitarist matters, right? So the books don't matter. Who is teaching the books matters. So just because they will have the books, they will start saying, oh, we are doing the same thing, and that's why I don't say, no, don't share the books. Don't give them the books. So he said a few bad things, a few things about me when I refused, and one of the sisters was, because he's a very good looking guy, so she was a little infatuated in him, you know. She was a bit infatuated. She liked him a little bit. So she was like, sir, what's the problem? The other sister was clever. She said, no, it's not fair. You should not do this. Then she told me, sir, he was being a little, disrespectful and all that. I said, okay. And one day I was crossing and I thought, okay, I should visit. I went to his institute there. It's right on the roadside. I sat there and I talked to him in English. He recognized me, okay? He didn't speak English. I said, what happened to you? Why are you not talking in English?
So he said that he praised me.
Huh?
कि वो बोल रहे थे कि वो तो मेरा तारीफ कर रहे थे, praised me.
Of course.
And अब आप बोले थे ना कि आप गए हैं वहाँ, अब जिसके बोले हैं कि आप फीस बहुत कम लेते हैं, ये करते हैं, वो करते हैं, फ्री का ही कर रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं, तो
फी कम लेते हैं, फ्री में पढ़ाता है बेटा, फ्री में पढ़ाता है. It's not a problem. I don't have to worry about these people. These are idiots for me. Okay. Just one thing they do, and that thing is, when they find themselves in trouble, they think that they'll speak fast and people will not catch their mistakes. When I urged him, he spoke some English and he tried to speak very fast. I said, this is how you will teach your children. This is how you will speak. What are you doing? If you speak like this, will your students understand what you're saying? No, I'm just speaking like this in front of you. I said, why? Why are you speaking like this in front of me? This is so unnatural. Why don't you talk in a natural way? He was just trying to blur his words when he was saying, he was not saying them clearly enough so that I don't know what he's saying. But this is absolutely futile. No matter how fast you speak, if you say something that is not normal, that is not correct, people who are used to English, those who know English, their ears will quickly pick that part. Yesterday, what happened with that sentence? I was reading meaninglessness there. Why?
Yeah.
Because that is the word that was expected. So if somebody by mistake said meaningless there, won't I notice? Because I'm expecting what? Meaninglessness there. So this is simple and easy. Whenever somebody says something that is not okay in English or in any language, a native speaker or a person who knows that language well will straight away pick it up. Okay? It doesn't matter. Such people, I don't even worry. That was maybe, how many years ago? What this story that you brought up? Maybe it was 7-8 years ago. 7-8 years. So yeah, it's a long time. I don't even care about it.
You still remember this?
I don't care. Everybody remembers everything. Nobody forgets anything. But the point is, I don't even care. I don't meet people anymore. Those days I used to be a bit flamboyant, 7-8 years ago. I told you now that I don't think I'm wise even now. I shouldn't have walked into his institute. Okay, but I did. And I don't know why I'm like that.
But what's happening with your hair, sir?
My hair has gone all gray. Because of tension from you guys. Okay, let's carry on. So I'm just saying that ऐसे नहीं सोचने का, ठीक है? He walked off. आपको खुद पता चला. आपने मुझसे sack पूछा. मैंने क्या कहा? Look at the picture. You'll understand, right? So you can understand walked off as well. He walked off. Okay. Mula ran past him. Now, past word can be a bit confusing, but those who remember the elementary lesson, Mula ran past him. It means he went off. Okay. He walked off. He went off. Then Mula ran past him. And past him means we went ahead of him. Okay. Took his sack and ran into the woods. तो किसी से कुछ छीनने के लिए आप क्या करेंगे? जाएंगे ऐसे से लेंगे और लेके निकल जाएंगे. He ran past him, took his sack and ran into the woods. The man was afraid to follow. The man was afraid. He didn't want to go into the woods. Why? He thought there would be some animals or something. Okay. Now, my life is even more miserable. My life is even more miserable, he said. It was miserable already. It is even more miserable. And he sat down and cried. He sat down and cried. Okay. Meanwhile, now learn the word meanwhile. While these things were happening here, meanwhile, I'll give you another example. So I decided to cook chicken curry. Okay. So I said to my daughter, you go and bring chicken. Meanwhile, I'll chop the onions. Right? Not तब तक. इन इसी बीच अगर वर्ड सोचना है तो तुम जाकर के हाँ तब तक भी चलेगा, तब तक भी चलेगा. तुम जाकर चिकन लेके आओ और तब तक हम प्याज काट लेते हैं. ठीक है? तो you go and get the chicken. Meanwhile, I'll chop the onions. Okay? तो वो उधर हो रहा है, इधर ये हो रहा है. Meanwhile समझ में आ गया ना? Okay. Meanwhile, further down the road, Mula came out of the woods. Mula came out of the woods and put the man's sack in the middle of the road. Meanwhile, further down the road, मतलब और नीचे के आगे. Okay, further down the road. ऐसे down मतलब तो हम लोग को नीचे पता है, लेकिन रोड के नीचे तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता, गड्ढा करना पड़ेगा, right? So further down the road, Mula came out of the woods. तो वो इधर से गया, ऐसे करके आगे निकलना. Okay, further down the road, Mula came out of the woods and put the man's sack in the middle of the road. Put the man's sack in the middle of the road. Finally, the man set off again. वो जो बैठ के he was sitting and crying. So he finally set off again. Yeah. Set off means he started walking again. He set off again means he started walking again. Walking again. Oh, how long would he sit in the woods, right? In the middle of the woods. Walking slowly and sadly. Suddenly, he saw his sack. My sack, he shouted. He picked it up. Everything was still inside it. He checked. Everything was still inside it. He was overjoyed. He was very happy. Another word for happy, Vita? He was overjoyed. Overjoyed. जब context में word आएगा, तो समझ जाएंगे. He was overjoyed means he was happy and walked happily on towards the city. कल मैंने ये बात कही थी कि आपको अगर इंग्लिश सीखना है तो आप वर्ड्स को आने दो अपने राइट कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, ताकि आप उसको गलत ना समझें. Learn the new words and the way they are used. He was overjoyed. An adjective, V3 adjective, overjoyed. He was heartbroken. He was, matlab, upset. He was upset. Heartbroken, negative. He was sad. He was overjoyed. Happy. Okay. So heartbroken भी V3 है, break से, and overjoyed भी V3 है, overjoy से. तो V3 हमेशा adjectives का काम करते हैं. We just studied in the previous class. He was overjoyed and walked happily on towards the city. He walked happily on, चलते चले, singing as he went. और गाते गाते निकल दिए. Well, said Mula, that's one way to make someone happy. That's one way to make someone happy. Mula was really wise. Think about it. Mula couldn't do anything for that guy. He thought, okay, I can do something. I'll take away what he has and then give him back what he owned. He will become happy. The moral of the story is appreciate what you have, however little that thing is. Yeah, however little. If it didn't mean anything, why was he sad after he lost his sack? If it didn't mean anything, it should have been okay, fine. It didn't have anything. No matter how poor you consider yourself, okay? No matter how unlucky you consider yourself, but there are things which you have right now. And if you lose that, then you are going to be sad. I think this applies to you guys as well who are learning English. You see, Sometimes you feel really bad about that you're not improving as much as you want to. Sometimes you feel that way, don't you? So always
Yeah.
look back and see where you're coming from. That will motivate you to do more, I will say. And that negative feeling will go away. So moral of the story is never trust strangers. Nah. Take care with your possession. That's not the moral of the story. Moral of the story is appreciate what you have, however little. Now, complete the questions, everyone. Complete the questions. If you guys noticed, and if you know this, people will not judge me by talking to me. They will judge me by talking to you guys. That's one problem, okay? So somewhere you should understand that you are not only carrying your parents' prestige on your shoulders, you're also carrying my prestige, okay?
Yeah.
So I hope you understand that responsibility. Okay, how many of you are confident that if somebody had asked you, okay, छील दो ये चीज वो चीज, so how many of you think that you would have said peel off? Peel off the banana, peel the banana off. Mayank is saying
Yeah, peel
yes.
the banana.
Okay.
If somebody asks me,
Anybody?
Machil, I'm peeling off the banana.
Okay. Mukarram, I think you would have answered it. Saurabh, do
Yes,
you
sir.
think you would
And,
have
uh,
answered, Saurabh?
A lot, sir. Yes, sir.
and
I
it
know
happened
which
with
is
me,
what.
sir. And I
Yeah.
take it very lightly. And
Uh-huh.
the man, he never asked me again
Okay,
anything.
good. Good.
So that's not a wise question, sir. But that's not a wise question.
That's not a
Wise question, sir.
wise.
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 W-I-S-E.
W-I.
You're
SE,
asking, you're telling me.
wise.
He asking me that question. That's not a wise question, sir.
It was not a wise question. Why not?
Because he's insulting in front of everyone. They show that they are extra knowledge.
तो ऐसा करने की कोई वजह मिली उनको, काहे आप इंसल्ट करे कोई? जैसे मैं यहाँ पर अगर मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए न्यूट्रल होकर बात करता हूँ, ठीक है, प्लीज समझने की कोशिश करिए। उस हिसाब से तो आप लोग भी मुझे कह देंगे मैं आपको इंसल्ट करता हूँ? नहीं, मैं आपकी कमियां उजागर उजागर करता हूँ। कल मैंने आरिश को इतना डांट लगाया, क्या क्या नहीं बोला,
Sir,
राइट?
first time I meet him, sir, and I asked him to
तो
give
एक बात का
the-
ध्यान रखना बेटा, एक बात का ध्यान रखना, हमें हमेशा हम्बल रहना चाहिए, ठीक है?
Yeah.
ये बात हमेशा ध्यान रखना। हमें कभी किसी के सामने शो ऑफ नहीं करना है। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं आपको सच बताता हूँ, वो कल मैंने बात जो बोली थी, जो ये वाली, उसको आई एम सॉरी आरिश बेटा, कल मैं बहुत चिढ़ा हुआ था, लेकिन एक बात बताता हूँ, ठीक है, कि हमें कभी ऐसा नहीं दिखाना चाहिए कि हम कोई चीज हासिल किए हैं। मैंने अपने भतीजे को एक बार कहा, he used to be a weak child, okay, my nephew, and now he is becoming strong. He is working hard physically and he's becoming strong. So maybe he pushed his cousin, okay. I said, बेटा नया नया ताकतवर इंसान मत बनो। I said, नया नया ताकतवर इंसान मत बनो। Whenever we have something new, something for a very little time, we feel overconfident of that. And that's not nice. That shows that you are not very good at it. People who have new money, they always show off their money. People who have new knowledge, they always show off their knowledge. It's better to be patient. It's better to be sensible and not show off things, okay? Because you should know there are people better than you as well, okay? I spend a lot of time talking to native speakers of English, trying to learn from them, because I think it's not my mother tongue, English. So why not learn more? There are a lot of things that I can learn. And this attitude kept me going till then. Otherwise, I would have also become a jerk like somebody, I don't want to mention names of those people. I would have become one of those. I'm still learning because I'm humble about my limitations. I know as a person, I can teach you a lot of things, but I do not know everything. I would never know everything. Even before that, if you ask me this question, I would say I don't know everything about English. But I'm definitely interested in improving myself. And if you have the same attitude, people will appreciate you as well. Sometimes things can go wrong. I'm not saying it was entirely your fault or anything. Sometimes people misunderstand each other as well. But from our side, we need to have one precaution. And what is that precaution? We should not come across as an arrogant person, especially about our English, because what we know is very little. I'm not saying he knows a lot. I'm not saying that. But there are people who know a lot. That's what Arish appreciated. Sir, if I use those words in front of those people who do not know English, no problems. But if I'm using a word the wrong way in front of those people who know English, then I will look silly. And that's why I should not do it. I should learn a word well, and then I should use it. Very, very mature, isn't it? This statement is a mature statement, isn't it? That I should learn a word first, and then I should use it. If I do not know the word very well, I shouldn't. So, Kamran Bita, I just want to say to you that always be humble about whatever you know, okay? You're talking about my nephew's exams, Ravi. He's doing well. He's doing well. He's just taken one exam and it was fine. He said the exam was very easy for him. He's studied hard in last 3-4 years, very hard. That's what I say. Anyone can change. There was a time at school, Aditya sometimes struggled to pass the exam. It was difficult for him to get pass marks because he was not studying. Okay. So anyone can change their reputation by just with their hard work only. So please always be humble. Keep growing, getting better, and stay humble. Okay, because there are people who know a lot more than you. So what are you arrogant about? Mature people don't get arrogant. Let's check. Number 1. Where was Mula walking when he saw the man? Along the road, through the woods. I hope you'll remember the phrases. Along the road, through the woods. Okay, 2. What the man? A dirty old sack.
What was the man carrying?
What was the man carrying? What was the man carrying? A dirty old sack. Number 3. What did the man do when Mula took his sack? He sat down and cried. Number 4. Where
did Mula put the man's sack?
Where did Mula put the man's sack? In the middle of the road. If you don't understand how to ask, then I can give you some, tricks which can help you. Mula in the middle of the road, the man's sack. Socho. Itne se verb socho beta. Mula in the middle of the road, the man's sack. Kya kiya? Mula put the man's sack in the middle of the road. Yahan se dekho. Mula the man's sack in the middle of the road. Kya hua? Mula put the man's sack in the middle of the road. So question kya banega beta? Where did Mula put the man's sack? Okay. The man sat down and cried when Mula took his sack. What did the man do? He sat down and cried. Number 2. The man was carrying a dirty old sack. The man was carrying, the man here, the man, okay? The man was carrying a dirty old sack. Question put there. What was the man carrying? A dirty old sack. Now, number 4. Where did Mula put the man's sack? In the middle of the road. Very happy. How?
How did the man feel when he got
How did the man feel when he got his sack back?
Man,
How did the man feel when he got his sack back? Very happy. Listen very quickly. We have only 4 minutes. 9.1. Nine point
1.2.
9.1.
Rana the busker from Port Rush. 9.1.
Questions about Moolah. 1,
Where was Moolah walking when he saw the man?
Along the road, through the woods.
2,
What was the man carrying?
A dirty old sack.
3,
What did the man do when Moolah took his sack?
He sat down and cried.
4,
Where did Moolah put the man's sack?
In the middle of the road.
5,
How did the man feel when he got his sack back?
Very happy.
Any problems, anyone? Now, okay, we'll practice, we'll carry on when we meet on Monday. But I want you to do exercise 4 at home. You have to place these, groups of words, these lines in the story. You have to place them in the story in these places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 blank spaces here. You have to place these 5 lines in those places. You will choose where the lines will go. Okay, so this is your only homework. And I think we have done everything else in Unit 8. So we are going to meet and continue on Monday. And tomorrow we are going to play the match in Sogra school. And Sahil is not here. Sahil said he wanted to come. So Sahil, if you watch the recording, which I'm going to put in a few minutes in the group, so please join. And he has seen the message as well in the group. So enjoy your weekend, everybody. Let's meet tomorrow. I mean, the day after tomorrow for the class and tomorrow for cricket. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Take care.
bye, sir. Have a good weekend.
In the group. Do share the video.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
I did, sir. I've sent it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is in the group. Wow, Raki,
Is,
you look very
is
beautiful.
it already in the group? Let's see.
Yes, sir, it
Very
is.
quickly. Okay, just a second.
Oh, he is wearing very
Okay,
lovely
excellent.
dress.
Still
She
shot.
is very
Nice, nice. You are wearing a
man.
dress. Okay. Well done, Rachi. Good job, good achievement.
She's looking gorgeous in it, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
In
Thank you,
Bangalore,
you
you
have
look
Karan.
come so far. Just keep doing,
sharp.
Raki.
Yeah,
Yes,
great job. Keep growing, keep growing. I think
yes,
you
sir.
guys were paid. I think your role was better and bigger, more important than the girls in the red, right?
It was in different acts, sir. Like dresses were
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Coding dress.
Got
It's
it.
coding dress. Yeah.
All right, got it. They were for different performances. Got it. Okay, then I will see you all the day after tomorrow for the class. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.